Hey folks, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're not doing a full flight video, and this video might not be popular among you flight simmers out there. This is more aimed at specifically people who are wanting to record videos, upload them to YouTube like myself and other flight simmers. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is a video on how I edit my videos and how I record them. So I basically use Shortcut, and I also record with OBS like I'm doing right now. You can't see that because it's on my other monitor at the moment. I use OBS to record. Settings wise, I would show you them. However, I'm a big believer of if I just show you my settings, they're not going to work on your computer. It's just a kind of thing, you need to work out what settings will work best with you. However, I'll show you in Shortcut my export settings in that. Because that normally tends to be the bigger problem people have in terms of uploading to YouTube. Just a disclaimer, YouTube basically does this thing where they downscale your video. It's not, when it gets uploaded, if you wonder why compared to some flight simmers your videos are pixelated, it's probably because you're not uploading it in a certain way. YouTube has like I can't remember, there's probably videos out there which explain it more in depth. I can't really explain it that well. But YouTube basically have this system where it's one video type basically puts quality over streaming, like download time, if that makes sense, whereas the other one basically streams the video faster over quality. What you'll notice if you watch my videos on a monitor screen, my videos might not be good quality, whereas on maybe a laptop screen or a phone screen perhaps, the quality will be much better in 1080p. That's just because it's on a smaller screen and the pixel size is smaller. However, I'm going to stop chatting now. I'm going to get into Shortcut and show you how I edit my videos. So here I'm in Shortcut. This is basically free. This isn't a video. It's not a video editing software that costs money. Shortcut's free. Actually, there is a new version which is available. However, I've not updated it yet. To download Shortcut, you can just go to the website. I'll leave the link in the description. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, so I'm not going to be making a profit or anything off it, so please don't think that this is some advertisement video, because it's really not. This is just a video of me showing you the software I use, essentially. So yeah, this is what Shortcut looks like by default. You've got all your export settings here. It does look quite complicated at first, but once I show you, it's very, very easy. And what you're doing. Some people pay like £50 or something a year to use like Filmora and stuff, or other, like, you know, I don't even know, Adobe Premiere Pro, or Adobe Premiere Pro, sorry, or iMovie if you've got a Mac or something. But I went for the free option because I'm a cheapskate essentially. And plus, I don't think you need. For me, I don't think I need to have anything fancy in my videos. I think my videos are good enough quality already. Obviously there's room for improvement, but I think the way they are just now, the way they're styled, I think they're good enough. Maybe in the future I'll consider moving on to something else, but right now I don't think that is necessary. So here we are. Once you get in, you click open file. This will basically take you to where all your videos are saved. So this is where all mine are saved. As you can see, this is the stuff that's getting recorded just now. So I have a specific place on my computer. It's on my E drive where I have my OBS recording saved and just other things. So for example, here's the Glasgow to Orlando video recently. I've not deleted that, it's 13 gigabytes, so I need to delete it, and the same with JFK to Dubai, that's 13.9, so get rid of them, as well as also all the recording stuff here. The video I'm going to be editing today is actually the video that will get uploaded probably before this. I don't know whether I'll upload this after or before this video, this full flight video, but this video is basically Heathrow to Barcelona. So what I'm going to do is, first things first, is get my intro. So I've just named it intro 2. If you don't have an intro for your YouTube channel, that's okay. I just wanted to make one just to, you know, make it a little bit more nicer rather than just going straight into something else. So I'll open up this, and what it does is it previews the clip that you're going to have on this wee screen. And all you do is you just drag it down at the bottom, and there you go. And you've now got the first part of the video set. We open the file again and we get the next clip out, so it'll be this one. And if I just pop that there, and I hate listening to my voice back, but got to do it. And what you notice as well is the video fades out and it just cuts. To stop it from doing that, I just fade the video in by doing filters, but before I do that, I don't like having this long gap here, so I'll normally cut it and I remove it. So all you do is you just right click, click remove, and it'll do it, or you click S. So if you want to cut it here, click S on your keyboard, or you can even just right click again and click split its playhead, and then you just click remove, and that's okay. What I'll do now is I'll go on to the plus button on filters, and then I'll do fade in video. And you can change the time of how long you want it to fade in for. So if you want it to fade in for 1 second, you do that. If you want to fade it in for 10 seconds, you do that and just click off it and it fades it in over 10 seconds. However, I find that doing 1 second is better suited for me. So if we go back to the start here, so when you drag this back, it doesn't, well, it goes all the way back, but sometimes it won't. So to do that, you just do that. If you're here and you do that, it'll take you back to the start of the clip, where it's cut at. And you do it again, it takes you back to the next one, and so on. And if you do it that way, vice versa. So you go back, and you just watch my intro. Hey folks, I'm welcome back to another video. And there we go, that's it loaded in. Normally as well, I'll kind of just go through the clip to see if there's, you know, because I have a good memory, so if there's anything that went wrong during the clip, what I'll do is I'll just skip through to that part where it was, and then I'll just cut it, doing the same process we done at the start. As you can see, I'll just go to the end of the clip, so you can use this along here rather than dragging it along, or if you want to, you can zoom in further, or you can zoom out further, and that's the actual whole clip there, that whole 14 minutes and 26 seconds. This tells you how long the clip is, and this tells you where you are at the clip currently, or in the clip currently, sorry. And I'll be back once it is finished. So what I do is normally I just, because you normally hear me clicking my mouse to click the stop record button, so I sometimes normally stop it before the end here, so I'll probably stop it there. And I'm just right click again, and then click remove. And then I just, for stuff like this, when it's in the simulator, normally I just leave it. I don't fade it in or out, there's no point for it, because as you'll see in the next clip, there's no need for me to so that's, completed, as you fade it in and out. There's no point, this wouldn't look right. I mean, you can do it if you want, but it's just not what I would do. So what I'll do again is I'll just cut this because there's a wee bit of a gap there, and I'll remove it again. So that's recording completed. And there you go, that's that done. If we skip through it again, I won't. So as you'll see in the video, the GSX pushed me back into the, I can't remember what it's called, it's got a technical name, but it stops the wind, the thrust, sorry, of the engines pushing back on the, knocking anything over. I remember as well my flight controls weren't connected, so I'm going to need to cut that out quickly. So this is a good example, so just need to find where it is in the clip. So this is me trying to fix the AERØHEAD manager, the usual, because it's very temperamental. There we go, so I'll be checking the flight controls in 1 second. Just trying to find it as the long process. There you go, so that's me trying to fix my flight controls there. What's happened, 1 second. Right, so there we go, so what I'll do is I'll split it there, and I'll go to where I start speaking again, which I'll trim this here, and then just cut it again, like so. So fun story, I had an Italian... There you go, I actually did have an Italian speaking exam, which I got my result for today. I got a B for it, which is great. Bellissimo. And then here, I'll cut it again normally. So, remove that, and fade out video. So, just fade out for 1 second. Again, depends if you want to fade out for 1 second or not. And then this is where my cinematic shots come in. So to do this, you do the same process. You go to your cinematic shots or whatever you've got next coming up. I don't know how you do your videos, but this is how I do it. There you go, so I'll pop it in there. And what I do is, so there's no background noise, I go into the filters option and there's a gain volume button, and that basically makes the audio louder, or if you do it all the way down there's no audio at all. To speed up my clips as well, if you go to the properties section, so I just click that, remove. You go to the property section, so click on, make sure you've clicked on the clip you want to change and go to the property section, you'll see the speed. I normally do 4 on the speed. And then what you notice is it's sped up. Now you're wondering, oh, how do you get audio? Well, to get audio in, you simply right click on the bottom part here, and you go to track operations and you go click audio track. And then what that does is whatever clip you use for audio, so I know it's this one I use. I have these ones here which I normally use for my tutorial videos, such as this one, which I'll probably do some background music for that. I'll use this one, so I'll just open that, and there it is there. And what I'll do is I'll just drop that sort of on that line, roughly. And then I do the same thing here, I fade this in. So we go to fade in video, and what it does is it does this. And normally, when I listen to the music, you can hear the different beats changing and whatnot, and I always change on the beat because it's doesn't give me OCD. So I normally change it. I normally do 4 cinematic clips, or time lapses, sorry, at the start here with the cinematic sequence. So I try to get as much of each bit in as I can. There we go, so we'll split that, we'll remove it, and then it will go like this. And then we just wait again. So this is probably the longest part. And what I do is I never do it on it, because if you do it on it and you export it, Shortcut does this thing where it's not, the changing of the clip is not in sequence, so I always just do it before it, like that. So just a wee bit before where the beat is, because you can hear that's where the beat is there. I'll split it again, and I'll go to the next bit, which is here. And I'll remove that clip. And there we go. Sometimes if my clip's too short, speed-wise, so if I do ×4 and it's too short, what I'll do is, and it doesn't manage to fit on the beat I want it to, I normally just go back to properties and I make that specific clip 3 on the speed. It just depends though, like I said. I remember this being quite long, so let me just find the bit it's at. There we go, and we split and remove that. And there you go. And this is where the beat is here again, so we stop like so. We split and remove that, and then it goes to the slow cinematic shots, if that's the word you want to use. So once again, I need to turn the gain volume down a little bit, because there's obviously background noise. Sometimes as well, what you'll notice is there is like a kind of space in between it. Normally it's kind of like a black screen will pop up, or sometimes if it's quite fast it won't be, but I have OCD. Well, I don't actually, but I just don't like it being not specific, so I always try to put it bang on next to each other. And then this is where the cinematics come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fast forward this bit, because this bit takes ages to do, and you can just kind of watch me in basically in time-lapse mode doing this cinematic sequence. Okay, so that's me edited the cinematic sequence, and I've kind of time-lapsed that there. So what I would have done, well, because obviously I'm going to have to edit a video of me editing, so what I'll do is go into properties, and then I'll probably do about ×20, which will shorten the clip right down, or maybe even if it's too fast, maybe bring it down to 15. So at the end here, I just know this is the part of the song where I normally stop all my clips, or all my cinematic sequences, and to stop the music there as well, you just do the exact same thing as the videos. You just click on the song and you just click S again, or you can right click and click split it playhead, and then you remove it. So you can actually click X on that. I don't normally do it, I normally just click the remove button. But it's once again up to you what you want to do. And that's that. So as you can see, it just stops like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fade out the cinematic sequence. Normally I fade it out for about 3 seconds, and I do the same with the audio. So you click on the audio and you can fade in the video or fade out the video, but there's no point because it's not a video, it's audio. So fade out audio again, and we'll match that with the fade out time on the video, which is 3 seconds. And then if we, not to worry, I've just done something by accident. If you do anything like that, delete your thing by accident, just click undo. That reminds me, this is very important. Make sure you save your work continually throughout editing. This is all my videos here that I've saved. They don't actually take up room, they're literally about 2 megabytes. Or not even that, sorry, 20 kilobytes. So yeah, I just normally save them. I've got them saved in this location here. I don't know why it's called test, I should probably change that. But I normally just name it the video title. So this video is Heathrow to Barcelona. And that's now saved, and then I can just click the save button whenever it's even saved. And there you go, that's done for that cinematic sequence. And the next bit is the landing. So as you can see, that's 12.7 gigs there. Hey folks, and welcome back to the descent into Barcelona. And what I do is I'll skip it to the start a wee bit there, remove it back about 0.1 seconds. There we go, and then we can fade that in as well. You can fade in audio if you want, it's up to you. Hey folks, and welcome back to the descent into... And there you go, that's the rest of the clip. So there's the landing. But I'm not going to spoil the landing for you. And what I do is I just skip to the kind of end here. Well, if you did enjoy today's videos, folks. And there we go, there's the ending. Oh, that's interesting, I did not notice that. And then I'll just split that, remove it, and then I normally fade out the video for about 4 seconds. And it does that. And then make sure you save it once again, and voila, that's the video edited. So that's actually saved me time, and it's taken me about 18 minutes. It's taken me to, so that's what it says in OBS, that's how long it's taken me to record. Obviously I'm explaining to you, so it probably quicker. It normally takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to edit my whole video. But yeah, that's that edited. Now the question people are going to ask is, oh, you know, Tommy, how do you export your video? Well, you go into the export file, and you want to make sure you click YouTube. Unless you're doing something else, I don't know what you'd be doing it for. I don't know what any of these, I'll be honest, I don't know what any of these mean. I just know that it's YouTube I'm exporting with. So I'll click on YouTube, and do not click export file, okay? Click advanced first, and you want to go to codec. And this is where your export settings are going to be. This took me quite a while to work out what quality I was going to use. So I had to, my export time normally takes about 15 minutes to do. I had to export the same video, I think it was 4 or 5 times with different settings to see which worked well with me. And what I found worked well with me was doing 300 frames, 3B frames. Sorry, make sure you have the rate control changed as well, so I forgot to say that. Mine should be on constant bitrate. I always have mine on constant bitrate, not quality based, not constrained, VBR or average bitrate. I tested all these and I found the constant bitrate worked best for me. So bitrate I normally set to 30 megabytes per second. The GOP is 300 frames and the B frames is 3. I'll be honest, I don't know what any of these mean. I just know that these are the settings that work to make my videos not terrible quality like they were in the past. So that is that done. Then what I'll do is I'll click export file, and all my videos export into my OBS recordings. So I'd normally just save it like that, and then it starts exporting. And normally gives you time in here when it's kind of how long it's got left. It's not very accurate though, and this tells you obviously the percentage, and a kind of green bar will go along there. And once it's done, it will have a tick next to it, and then that's it, ready to get uploaded to YouTube. The last thing I'll do before I end the video is explain how I edit my thumbnails. Now my thumbnails are nothing spectacular. The reason for that is this is not the best. I use a very, very old version of Adobe Photoshop, and that's why I don't put text on unless it's a tutorial video. I put text in it. However, just my full flight videos, all I do is I choose my favorite screenshot. So we'll go open, and obviously this is all my screenshots here. So I've got a lot because, as you know, I like to take a lot. And here are some screenshots that I took throughout the video. I'll probably choose, let's say, this one. There we go. And then what I do is I go File, Open again, and I click this PC. And if I scroll down, I go to P3D logo because I have that saved there. These are all my different screenshots as well from older videos. Just expand that. What I'll do is make sure you have the select tool done, or sorry, selected, and you just want to box that. And if you do Control C, that will copy it. Click on the image you want to use and do Control V, and voila. And then I just basically pop it in the top left corner. And that's my thumbnail. And all I do is I click Save, I click JPEG, and I save it, click OK, and that's it saved, and that's my screenshot done. So if I just grab that up for you now, as you can see, that's the image there. So the quality's not went down at all, it's the exact same quality, maybe even better, maybe a bit more focused, and the photo's in the top left corner. So yeah, that's how I edit my thumbnails as well, which is nothing spectacular, but that's what worked with me. And if you scroll back to my older videos, you'll notice that I used to do text and, you know, the bottom corner and do all this fancy editing, but I'm not the best at it, so I found that just putting the logo in the top left is the job for me. Well, if you did enjoy these videos, folks, please leave a like, comment, and possibly even consider subscribing. I hope this maybe help to those out there who aren't entirely sure on how to edit their flight sim videos. This isn't obviously like Call of Duty or anything like that, so there's nothing that needs, you know, doesn't need a lot of editing, but I don't need to pay an editor, paying an editor is not needed personally unless you do not have a clue what I've just spoke about or what I do, and it's not very clear, then maybe an editor is the best option for you. However, I feel like my videos are probably better off if I just edit them myself, because I have a specific style I like making them with. You probably noticed as well there that there was a photo of a Dash 8 Q400 in the simulator, and I'm not going to say much apart from I'll leave that to you guys to think about why that might be there. There could only be one reason why that's in the simulator, and that is because I bought the aircraft. I bought it a little while ago. However, it's a very complex aircraft to fly, so I'm not ready to put it as a video yet because I don't want to make mistakes on it. Although making mistakes, you know, you will make mistakes flying aircraft in your simulator. I just don't feel like it's, you know, full flight video ready enough to upload to my channel. So once I get a bit more practice on it and understand a bit more, then I will upload it to my channel. But apart from that, if you have any flight requests as well, just make sure to leave them in the comments or even leave them in my Discord server. And apart from that, I'll see you in the next video, folks. Stay safe.